Hi, this is Paul from finishYourSong.com. In the last video I was looking at the ARC room correction system from IK Multimedia, and that piece of software was around tuning your room to give you a better balanced response from your speakers. That's fine if you're mixing on speakers all the time, but a lot of us have to work with headphones. And one of the problems with headphones is that you get an exaggerated stereo separation. There's a couple of products on the market that allow you to overcome that. There's one marketed by Focusrite, which is a little box that plugs into your output. The other that I'm aware of is this. This is the Redline monitor from 112 dB. Which is a software company that does a number of very individual plugins. I use the Redline monitor, but I also use their Redline reverb, which is really very good. So what the Redline monitor does is it allows you to cross-feed the left and right channels, so that instead of the left channel going to your left ear and the right channel going to your right ear when you're on headphones, what you get is a bit of bleed across the two. Now if you look at the way I've got my speakers set up, I've got my two monitors facing me, one on the left, one on the right. There's no way that the signal from the left monitor is only going to be heard by my left ear and vice versa with the right. I will hear more left in my left ear and more right speaker in my right ear, but I'll hear a bit of both in both. That's what the Redline monitor is there to try and do when you're working on headphones. It's to give you a better idea of how your stereo image is going to sound when it's played on a pair of speakers. What we've got here is three controls. There's the center, which allows you to mute out the middle of the speakers, as it were, the virtual soundstage. It allows you to put more emphasis on the left and right than it does in the middle. You've got the angle of your soundstage, so here I've got the angle of my speakers set at about 50 degrees apart, which is really a reflection of what I've got in my study. And here you've got the distance, so how far are your speakers? They are from you. There's a helpful little pop-up there. So I've dialed these in to recreate the physical layout of the speakers on my desk. Underneath we've got a couple of other options. We can solo the left and right channels. We can put the whole mix into mono, which again, when you're listening to a mix, it's important to be able to listen to it in mono to make sure you've got no phase cancellation issues going on. You've got a dim, which allows you to mute down the mix. And you've got a left and right phase if you want to alter the phase of one of the channels against the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bit more of Flames in the Fire, which is the song I used to demo the last one, and I'm going to flip this in and out. And if you're listening on headphones, hopefully you will go from hearing it in left and right to hearing the mixed left and right image. Might sound a bit odd if you're listening to it on speakers, but here we go.
Talk to me of wine and roses, happy days gone by. Looking on a bleak horizon will bring tears to my eyes. Maybe now that the winter's falling round about our heels, it's time to sit and talk about the way I feel. Oh, the flames in the fire no longer burn high.
Okay, so there you go. That shows you a bit of what this does. It's really very straightforward. It converts the signal in your headphones into what you would hear coming out of your monitors. Just going to play a bit and put it into mono so you can hear it do that, and we'll play out with that because this is it. It's very nice, it's very straightforward. Check it out, and until next time, you take care of yourselves.
They're still warm and comforted, they won't die. Like fuel on the fire, I need you by my side.